So the next thing that I want to talk about here is that when you're doing all of this and you're learning how to feel inside and you're really learning how to feel the different things inside, in order to do that, you're literally going in there with your mind. You're strengthening and building your mind intent when you do that. This also builds a psychic kind of an ability over time. And my advanced students here can actually do it, same as me, where if we're going to walk up to somebody and push, literally normally if you're going to push with somebody, so you'd be in a positioning there, but more internal than external, but yet good, that if we're here, and he's got some skills, so Ben, you go ahead and catch me and move me there, like this, right? And so same way coming in, but if I will aim my mind at him when he's going to do that, no effort on my part, because what I did was I could feel where he was at, and I went in there in a way, into him in a way with my mind. In other words, I found the space, come slow now. So that from here, he's got me. Go ahead, slowly. But if I do the same position, but I go in there to where he's at, and now I'm matching him. So I just went right there and he adjusted for me. Same thing. And now I went to a place where he was weak. I moved the same way essentially in terms of what I was doing here every time, but I went different with my mind so that I sent my force, what little bit I put up there, which was mostly, push on my finger there, mostly this. See, if he's pushing with this way, and I'm pushing to the hand, and if I push to his shoulder there, which is strong right now, I'll feel it, and it's like that. But if I'm pushing to like his neck, right, that kind of a thing, and I'm using the example there. Like he was actually strong enough with his neck that he can give me a bad time there, and so he helped out a little bit. But I'll find a spot in here. There's one. Okay, like that. And so you can eventually do that, hold your hand out there once, where I've already felt it, and then put it on. In other words, I already knew before I got to him. You can perceive it that way. But it's building your mind up to do it. There's a healing component to this. As hold your hands out here, as you're feeling to the person, I can check. And I know he's got an injury. He's one of my senior students, been with me a long time. And I know exactly kind of normally where this injury is anyways, but it'll change from time to time a bit. And depends on what he's got going on and that kind of thing. And so today I can feel that there's a very marked line across there that's a blockage of a sort. And so I can go in and feel it with my mind, and then through the same idea, instead of now pushing him and testing things and using it like that, I'm going in, I'm surrounding it with my mind, and then literally doing it so that I'm moving it, in this case trying to dissolve it out. Yeah, and that moved it some. Now he's got kind of a blockage up, a little higher up on the shoulder, and it's a little more, instead of it being that marked line that was there a minute ago, it's a little more of a rock shape, which was above it. It was a little masked up. And so I'm going in and so literally I'll do it from this side, although that's a little, that's switch side, so I don't have to work quite as hard. And so I'm feeling to it, give me just a little bit of pressure there, that's good. So I'm feeling around it now, right, to this area. And now he's got a head injury. And so I'm working through it, like as long as it's moving and not sticking anywhere, it's good. I'm not trying to adjust that. I found a place where it wants to, where it really wants to stick. I'm kind of giving it pressure. And then I brought it back, so I kind of went to bring it, or to magnetic would be the kind of a Tai Chi skill that I normally think of when I'm doing what I'm doing there. And I'm literally in there walking around, as it were, feeling around the area and seeing if there's a place where it's kind of bunched together, and then trying to get it to disperse like that for the healing part. Now this is fairly advanced. The other thing it goes to is I've had folks who've had a Demok strike, which is where that energy got put in and really hurt them. We'll talk about that in the martial side. And it gets left in there even though they managed to recover from it, and you can go in and grab that out using the same kind of a method. Now this is advanced, and obviously you better know what you're doing if you're doing that kind of thing. So I'll just say it that way. But what I am telling you is that the training progression goes there.